Hello everyone, this is Alune. In this video, I want to talk about why this champion has 44% win rate, but I think he's the strongest AD carry, why Alune's strategy is so good, and why Galeforce is not the best choice. I know some of you who don't know me are thinking, hey, this makes no sense, but be patient till the end. I'm sure you will love it. Before we get into the video, I want to show what people said after trying my strategy. So that's why I decided to make another video about our strategy. And don't worry, whenever I learn something new or change anything to feel better, I will make another video for all of you. Please make sure to subscribe to see more content like this. Also, thank you so much for all the support. So let's get into the video. So why not Galeforce? Why Kraken? Or even shieldbow? Well, when we talk about a champion who called 200 years, there's always different kinds of tools and answer you will have for anything. For example, with our weapon order, we almost have everything like lifesteal, AoE, longest range, strongest 1v1 in the game with the closest range, auto attack stuns, mobility, and more and more. And also, any build with this champion will work really great. But which one is the greatest? It depends for the scenario, but Galeforce is the most rare build that I prefer to go. Why? Well, now let's start with the video. I already explained this on our second tips video, but I want to tell this again. Kraken is an item to deal most DPS, also kills tanks, because of the third damage passive every third attack. But the reason we buy Kraken is something different than that. It's to execution them. Kraken passive works perfectly with our kit. Yes! Every skill we use is working perfectly on dealing the unexpected damage, even in the highest slow, players not expecting that much damage. But the main reason is secondary weapon trigger. Every time we do our combos with the right combinations, after we getting our value with the first weapon triggers the second weapon in our kit. And Kraken getting triggered with our secondary trigger. And when we met like 200 years, it never ends. That's how I beat level 12 1v1 gods when I'm level 9. So in here, we hit 3 people with our Infernum ultimate, which gonna trigger 3 Infernum hits on 3 different people, which means 3 times 3, which is 9. And then we're gonna flash into it. We're gonna use our Infernum weapon skills, which gonna hit 3 of them, which is gonna trigger our secondary weapon. And that another 3 damage, which means 3 times 3. It means 3 times 3 times 3 times 3 damage, plus our Kraken that we talked about. Kraken's passive gonna deal another damage to 3 of them. And then we have to use our second weapon by changing it, but they are already dead. So in here, the classic, the third disrespect. Victor is really fed this game, and he just walks into my turret, and he gets this massive damage with the Kraken bonus, and he dies. So this is what we call execution. When you hit your spike like this, you just execute people with your 1R caliber. And yes, 1v1. Silas is 2 levels ahead of us, and we don't have even Crescendum to 1v1 him. But we still win him. Guess why? So in here, we were losing the game so hard. And I was against one of the 1v1 gods. And he was 1 level ahead of me, and he was so fat. And with shieldbow, this was possible.
Who's winning? Who's winning? Who's winning? Who's winning?
We were talking about the unexpected damage at the beginning of the video. Kraken, PTA, and the octopus combo. Yes, this is what we call for this execution. Here's some more octopus combo. So, why Galeforce is good, but not the best? Galeforce is really great at skill required build. Let me add some more things about our strategy. Aphelios is one of the strongest late game hyper carries in the game. Our power spike is mostly 3 items, rarely 4 items. If we get to this point, no matter which one we build, we deal tons of damage. Galeforce and Gathering Storm strategy is the best at this situation. We have movement speed, dash to win us the game, or kill pressure, but why do we still think Galeforce is the third? Yes guys, early game. Our strategy's main thing is being strong in early game. We got PTA Kraken in early game. As we said, Kraken is not for killing the tanks, and is getting the benefit for our kit. Also, it is an extra tool to making us strong in the early game. PTA is a little help to do more unexpected damage and strong trade tool. Out of topic, We used to go collector tick item to make money with it and treasure hunt that. Snowball very early and hit your power spike earlier, but at the durability meta we only do it when there are only 5 squishy enemies, but still, if they buy even little armor it sucks. Anyways, our main goal with this strategy is dominate early game and reach our power spike quicker, or even win the game before reaching it. In solo queue, when you play off slow and safe, your team may play bad and give advantages and objectives to enemy team before you hit your power spike. Well, at some point, even reaching your spike won't be enough to win sometimes, so dominating early game is better in my opinion. So, Galeforce is not wrong or a bad item, they are just better tools to outplay, solo carry and do tons of damage for victory. You can go for the runes or builds that you like, but my build is for aggressive players. Here are some clips with Galeforce. So before I end this video, I want to tell you guys one more thing. None of the builds are wrong or anything, it always depends and depends on you. But all the builds have weaknesses, for example our strategy. When we build our strategy, we have weakness of mobility. Our champion basically doesn't move. You can get caught so easily and die so many times. So you have to position really great and play well. So with the Galeforce, your lack of damage at the early game, with the shieldbow is the same. Well, if you get behind, there is no way you do damage and you will just pray for your team to carry you or let you hit your power spike. So every different strategy or build has their own purposes. So choose which one fits you and choose which is the best for the scenario of the game. But 80% of the times, the Rose Alune build really works great and I strongly recommend you using it. Just give it a try and let us know in the comments. There's so many more things that I want to tell you guys about, but for 200 years champion, one video, or this is the 4th video, is not enough to explain everything. So the next video is gonna be about Aphelios, not the builds. I will give you guys my strategies, secret tricks, tips with the champion. So thank you so much for all watching, and I really appreciate you guys subscribe and support me. Take care.